Hello, this is Uncle Jim. A lot going on today. Christmas, all that stuff. Anyway, I'm going to see how far I get today. So we got the 6-shooter Texans fishing weight molds here. And I thought the least I can do is clean them and season them. And then figure out the rest. So these turn out to be like 151 grain. And they're very similar to the Missouri 147 here. And I've been measuring and everything, and they're very similar. And what I liked about these Missouri 147s is they're not ogive picky. So you don't have to seat them down so much just to make them work in pickier chambers when fishing. All right, so, and one thing I didn't mention is he had a 3D printed fishing weight here of the same, and I didn't even notice it. I was in a hurry. I was excited. And then the other fishing weight mold here comes with different stems, and the ones that are in it right now are Penta, so I'm going to go with that. So everything's a mess. Bench is a mess. I don't even want to look at the casting bench right now or the powder coating bench, but you know, I'm gonna have to. It's inevitable. But for now, I think I'll spray these down with non-chlorinated brake cleaner. I don't want to wash them in the sink. And then cycle them 3 times. Heat them up, let them cool off, heat them up, and then maybe clean it one last time, and then heat them up, let them cool off. A lot of times I don't do it, I don't bother, but in this case, since 6-shooter Texan went through all this trouble making these, I'm definitely going to try and do it the right way, and we'll go from there. So, wish me luck. I don't know how far I'm going to get. It's going to take forever to clean places just to get to places. And I'm looking at my reloading room right now, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. The good news is we got to put up Christmas decorations, and the whole family voted on keeping it simple, stupid this year. So luckily, I don't have to bring up hundreds and hundreds of Santa Clauses of my wife's collection and other stuff, lights, all that. We're just going to do a tree and stockings, call it simple. So that's going to save me time this week. All right, wish me luck. Okay, I cleaned the powder coating bench off. That was 20 minutes of my life. Whenever we do garage door pops, we just dump the brass on here, binoculars, rests, whatever. It took forever to clean this, and now we're there. All right, so I shot these out with non-chlorinated brake cleaner and letting them dry, and then we're going to season them 3 times and do it properly. And you can see the Penta pins in here. And then when I'm right before I cast, I'm gonna graphite the pins back and forth, and the pins themselves. It works great that way, and we'll go from there. All right, cat. Okay, on to seasoning. We're gonna heat them up, let them cool, heat them up, let them cool. We'll go through the whole routine. You can see the pins are out right there. And this whole section is a mess. My 2 powder coat ovens, they're dusty, icky. It's a cluster. However, I do want to try and cast today if I have the energy. I still haven't gotten to the casting bench. Oh my gosh. All right, continuing. Okay, now on to the casting bench. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? That's a half hour of my life right there. That is a half hour of my life. Oh my gosh. And I gotta move the tote goat, son of a bitch, and all this crap. It's too much of a cluster, people. All right, let me spend a half hour cleaning this up and going from there. All right, that didn't take as long as I thought. Keeping with the Christmas spirit, I have an undertowel here for Christmas. All right. Now I just got to level the pot and figure out what I'm going to use in here. Can't remember what I had in there last time. And we'll go from there. All right. Okay, while the molds are seasoning, hot and cold, I'm going to start off with some softer lead here for the Pinta hollow points, and then the 9, I'll go with the regular wheel weights. I'm going to air cool. So the next thing I need to do is level my pot, make sure it's level this way and that way. And right now this thing is still hot from cooling. Still seasoning that guy, but I want to see how close I am to the height before I put it back on the burner to get it hot again and cold again. All right. So here is where I'll dump the wheel weights or the fishing weights. And I like this towel to flip. All right. So we got lots of cushion here. Nothing gets distorted when it drops. And it's gonna be air cooled. All right, so here's another job delay. I broke a spot weld here over the years, tightening down the plate for the Utah plate. And so we need to spot weld that and straighten it out. Son of a bitch. I'll never get here. I'll never get there. Okay, I took the Utah plate off and it looks like Dad got a little tighty. He's a little bitey. I messed that up, but it lasted for years. So we'll bend this back, grind this, and re-spot weld it, and then it'll be good to go. It's just pushing out to the right. Okay, the molds are still on their 3rd cycle. In between doing that, to save time, I got everything cleaned up, everything ready to cast. But we're still waiting for the 3rd cycle, and I don't know if I'm going to get to casting tonight. I want a turkey sandwich right now. So, ran into another issue. This was spot welded with a MIG, and it broke loose. I can't remember what screw Lee used, but we made a forged flap screw, so you can just hit it with a wrench and adjust it. And then, of course, we got the Uncle Jim Utah plate here, the Utah mold guide, and here's something cool. I want to show you this. I just saw this today. My son threw this at me today. Look at that. How cool is that? 1973. I got to remember where I was then. And then there's more. No, there's more because we're seasoning 6-shooter Texans molds right now. And there's a Texas license plate. And man, I don't know what year that is. It looks pretty beat. But there you go. You never get this stuff anywhere else. So, the question is, Will Uncle Jim ever get to casting after all the nightmares and crap in the way? Will Lassie free Timmy from the well? We're just going to have to wait and find out, because right now I want a turkey sandwich and I'm not going to cast tonight. Sorry, but we got things done. And how good is that? How good is that? Until next time, thanks for watching America.